bro, so you can see it, you know, about computer, you know, Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigabyte DDR, what do you call it, DDR4, Windows 11 Pro is activated. It has Wi-Fi. I just have to connect the, you know, right there, you see. So right here, device manager, RX 6650 XT. So yeah, everything is working. You know, sorry, I had to connect it to my, you know, little monitor, but yeah, this is everything here. And this is it on. It's working fine.
How long have you been doing it? Like building PCs and...
Building PCs, I've been doing it for a while, but like selling it, I kind of started maybe like 2-3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Yeah. All right, bro.
I'll leave you a review, all right?
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Luis? Oh, it's you? Oh, sorry.
Sir, I'll have to store, man.
It's alright. Alright, yeah.
You got Zell?
Yes, I have Zell. You want to check it out?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
So you have your QR code? Or
Yes, I should.
your number?
I should have a QR code for you here. Any questions? Just hit me up.
All right, man.
I'll tell you anything.
Yeah, sorry I took longer to reply.
It's
I was
okay.
out of town, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I do not want to say one for one, but this CPU is very, very rare. You cannot find it anywhere. Not eBay, not Micro Center, not Amazon, not Newegg, not Facebook Marketplace. Even the person I bought it from, he did not have it listed. So how this came about of me buying this CPU is I went to go buy this RX 6650 XT from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. So when I was driving there, he texted me, are you looking for a CPU? So I said, it depends on what CPU it is and how much you're selling it from. And to my surprise, he said the 5600X 3D. Like I said, mind you, I was not looking for the CPU. So I said, it all depends on how much you're trying to sell it for. And I think he said 90. I was trying to negotiate it down to as much low as possible, and we ended up agreeing at 80. So I met him, and I came back home with a what do you call it? The 6650 XT, 5600X 3D, and 16 gigabyte of DDR4 memory. So this build cost me around a total of $630. The budget was about $650. So I'll give you a breakdown of the price for each part and what I got it from as I move along with this build. So let's go on, get this build started, get it tested, and listed on Facebook Marketplace. I got a Ryzen 5 5600X 3D for $80, and I believe the cheapest I've seen it sold on eBay was around $200, $210. So for $80, it's a great deal, right? So the motherboard, since the case is an ITX, is really rated for MATX, but The MATX motherboard covers a lot of the fan space, so I decided to go with ITX. And it's so hard finding an B550 ITX motherboard, especially for the price that I paid for this one. So I went ahead and went with a B450 ITX. It's an AMSI B450 ITX Gaming Max Wi-Fi, which I got it for 100, and it came with a 32 GB of DDR4 memory as a bundle. Like, you cannot go wrong for this price, because 32 GB of DDR4 memory usually go for about 50 to 60 bucks. Taking a look at the storage here, I went with 1 TB SSD, and the brand that I decided to go with is the TEAMGROUP MP33 1 TB M.2 SSD for about 56 bucks on eBay. And for this motherboard, the SSD goes right in the back. It's like there's no space in the front, so it goes right in the back. You guys can tell this AIO is pretty much close to what I used on my last build, the Thermalright FW 240, and this one is just a few bucks cheaper, and I guess it's an SE version. The only difference I've seen is the display. The little monitor it comes with, it's just a tad bit smaller, but it's pretty much the same thing. So, you know, I grabbed that one on Amazon for about 59 bucks, a few dollars cheaper than the regular FW 240. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and came across this simple 600 watts 80 plus bronze going for 40. So I decided to go ahead and grab it, and I did some research online, Amazon, looked at the reviews, and even me using it in the system. I ran the system full load for a few hours and never had any issue with it. Looking at the case here, it resembles one of the Lee, I think it's 0011 or 001, whatever, one of those fishbowl cases. This one is much smaller, but the only issue I had was taking off the side panels, because it has screws in weird angles and corners that you kind of need a longer screwdriver, or a screwdriver where the stuff can bend. That was the only issue I had with this case, and the name is GOPIE T03 Mini ITS case. It was going for 80 bucks on Amazon. When the case came, it just had a different brand name on there. The name on there is Samtex, and I think I've heard of Samtex before. It's one of those AliExpress case makers. And the parts that brings it all to life is no other than the RTX 3060 Ti, 8 GB of VRAM. If you get a 3060 Ti for 200 or under 200, you cannot go wrong. It's by far one of the best 1080p cards, and with the CPU also having that little extra V cache, it actually complements the card really well. So there goes the motherboard in the case. Get the bracket off. So just to give you guys a little like an idea of how the system performs in some games, I'm gonna run 3D Mark and show you the score, and I have the full 3D Mark so you can see how it will perform in certain games. So looking at this test here, the DX12 was about 2544, you know, with an average of 2900, the best being 2957. So taking a look here at estimated performance in some games, Battlefield at 1440p Ultra is whatever, 100 FPS, but with this system there's really no point in trying to play 1440p Ultra settings. So you can see at 1080p Ultra, that's like in GTA 170, Apex 140, Red Dead Redemption here, this is 1440p, but if you go to 1080p, it's 125. It's in that range where the game feels very comfortable playing. A Fortnite is 265 FPS at 1080p Ultra, and even at 1440p Ultra, it's well over 60 FPS. So the system do perform really well, especially with the CPU being, the CPU having that extra V cache. It will perform very well in games where in games that depends on the CPU more than this, let's say the GPU, or the games that depends heavily on CPU, CPU bound games. I was saying in games where the game depends on the CPU a lot, that's where you're gonna see the most performance, because the LD cache in the CPU is actually going to show itself in those type of games. So if you want to see like full gameplay of this system, I'm gonna have it in my second channel. The link is going to be in the description, and you can go over there in the comment section. You can recommend any type of game you want to see, but for the meantime I'm going to show you just a few clips of some gameplay so you can actually see how it performs in the actual game.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Fire!
Capture the mission area!
Squad mates redeployed. Well done.
What?
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest. Enemy UAV overhead. Your squad mates redeployed. Well done. Kill confirmed. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
So there you have it. This is the 5600X 3D paired with a 3060 Ti PC build under $650. Now the two PCs I sold in the beginning of the video brought in a profit of around $293. Just $7 and it would be $200. But the first PC's profit was not very much. Most of the profit came from the second PC. So we're getting closer to our goal with every PC sale. I'm going to list this on Facebook Marketplace, and if it sells before the next video comes up, it's going to be in the beginning of that video as well, so you guys can see the process again of me selling the PC on Facebook Marketplace. For now, I'm only going to do Facebook Marketplace because I'm not comfortable packaging PCs and shipping it online, because I don't want to go to that extra step. Maybe it will sell faster, but I'm going to stay back a little bit instead of trying to rush to go and just try to sell it online. Alright, so I see you guys in the next video. That video shouldn't take me too long to make, because I actually have all the parts for that build. And I'll see y'all in the next one. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share to people, follow the journey. I'll see you guys in the next one.